Hi guys, so it's a new month. Now let's talk about how the month of November went. November was actually a very good month for me. We're also going to be hearing from church, and although not in this video, just before the weekend, you're going to be hearing from church. Church's numbers are always very, very high, so I think you would not want to miss that. Uh, for now, I do have my number, and I have well, Malik's number. So Malik is a person that actually rents his vehicle. So he actually used to deliver every week. So we'll just see like how much he gets, how much he delivers, and things like that. Okay. So before I go any further, if you are not on Uber yet, I would highly recommend that you register. Uber is actually giving away 80,000 to new users. All right, but you have to use a referral code. You have to be referred. If you just enter, you get a welcome bonus, no problem. But then along with a welcome bonus, if you use a referral code, you will get a referral bonus as well. And the referral bonus, I got a notification on that, is up to 80,000 if you complete 50 trips. After you've completed 50 trips, I think in 3 weeks or so, there's a number of days attached to it as well. So if you've not registered on Uber, I have my referral link in the description. I would highly recommend that you use that while you register, and register only when you're ready to drive. Okay? Register when you're ready to drive. And also very exciting news. Truebuka is finally launching, and I invite you, if you've not been a part of it before, I invite you to be a part of it. And finally, you're going to get to see how it works firsthand. It's an interstate travel solution. It's not your regular boat and Uber. It's not like a competition in that sense. It is quite an intriguing project. Okay, so in this month, last month, in the month of November, there are 5 Sundays, but the month started off with a Sunday, and then there are 4 Fridays. So let me show you what my numbers were. In the first Sunday, I made 78 in gross. On Friday, I made 25, and just for people who don't know, I work only twice in a week, and on Sundays I work from morning 7 a.m. all the way to 12 a.m. of the day. 12 a.m. like not p.m. a.m. so like okay, like 18 hours and something like that. So it's a really long day for me on a Sunday. Then on a Friday, I work only half days. I work from 5:36 all the way to like 10 p.m., 11 p.m., depending on when everybody's sleeping or I'm done for the day. So that's the work pattern. So that's why I'm mentioning Sundays and Friday. It's a choice. It's not a rule. You don't have to work as I do, but it's a choice. So specifying it just to give you a very clearer perspective of things. Okay. So I said the first Sunday was 78, Friday was 25, next Sunday was 81, and the Friday was 26. Next Sunday was 84, Friday was 24, next Sunday was 86,000, Friday was 27,000, and the last Sunday was 79,000. Was a really good month. I'm not gonna lie, it was a really good month because the numbers, like every week I think I hit a gross of around 100k, which is like a big deal for me that don't work like all day in the week. So in 2 days I'm able to gross 100k. All right, so in the last video, I think it was Church B. Okay, I can't remember who exactly now that requested that I outline the amount of fuel I use totally in the day. Because according to my calculation, the way I do my work is like this. So the week started on a Sunday. So I went to work on a Sunday. After Sunday, for instance, on the first Sunday, I made 78K. Out of that 78K, I only take out 10K. 68,000 accounts for pure profit for me. The 10K I take out, I'm going to use it to start my day on Friday. Because by the time I'm done with my work on Sunday, I probably have almost an empty tank. So I start with 10,000 on a Friday work. But that's not all the fuel I use. And then when I'm done from the Friday work, for instance, the first Friday I made 25K. Out of that 25K, I take 20K to put fuel in my tank to start the Sunday work. So that's my own routine. That's my own routine. So I used to bring out a chunk of money to start the next day work, and then everything else is the profit. That's why the profitability for Fridays are always very, very low. Very, very low. Because the amount I bring out on a Friday is way more than the amount I bring out on a Sunday. Now, this is the average amount of fuel I spend in a day. On a Sunday, after I put in the 20,000, maybe by midday, 12, 1, I'll be needing another fuel. I'll put in around 15,000. This 15,000 will carry me till like 6, maybe 7. Then I'll put in another 10,000 because I know by this time now the work is not as busy. And very soon people are going to be going to sleep, and me myself I'll probably be closing, so I don't need that much. I just need enough to finish the day. So I'll just put in like 10,000. So if you calculate everything, it comes around 45,000 worth of fuel for a Sunday work. 45,000 worth of fuel for one Sunday. And then on Friday or on a weekday, I start my day with 10,000 worth of fuel. After I go out, I tend to only top up 5,000 because my 10,000 worth of fuel is able to do most of my trip, but then towards let's say by 8, because you want to buy the fuel before most of the filling stations closed, not because the fuel is that low, but I tend to just top up with like 5K or something, or I'll buy from filling stations who stay till dawn, and I'll just add 5K, and that 5K is able to, maybe I'll do like 2 trips with it and I'll call it a day. So on average, I spend between 15,000 to 17,000 worth of fuel on Friday. And on Sunday, I spend between 45,000 to maybe 48 or 47,000 worth of fuel. Totally. All right. So I don't calculate this because I am not spending the whole amount of fuel once. I'm spending as I go. So by the end of the day, after spending whatever, that's what gives me this gross amount that I have listed to you right now. But if you check my app, for instance, what I had grossed out for that day is probably like 100 and something. All right. But since I use some of those money to buy fuel, that's why I'm telling you that my gross for a day like Sunday, for instance, the first Sunday, is 78,000. I hope you get my point. All right. So that brings our total gross for the month of November to 510,000 as our total gross. And the amount of, and by the way, our gross is also calculated as per the result after commission has been deducted. There is no commission here whatsoever. Commission has been paid, deducted, whatever, but there's no commission here. And then our fuel amount came up to 130,000. 130,000. That brings our net to 380,000. 380,000 for net. Now I had some repairs done. I changed some of my spark plugs. They were misbehaving. The car was misfiring, and I also did some servicing. Totally, I spent approximately 45,000 on repairs. So I'm left with a pure profit for the month of November, pure profit of 335,000. This is my pure profit. Okay, no other expenditures, no other liabilities to this. Pure profit was 335,000. Now let me tell you about Malik's number now. Just a little backstory. Malik is a neighbor. He actually started the work before myself, and I'd always been intimidated by Malik because Malik walks like God in heaven. I don't know if that boy has bones in his body. He goes out every single day. I don't know how he does it. Malik almost influenced me in the bad way because I was working back to back like Malik. I didn't realize I was built differently. So anyway, we're good now. We're good now. Formerly we're not good, but we're good now. Anyway, Malik told me his numbers were here and there because he doesn't really keep as carefully a record, but I was just able to deduce one or two things. For instance, he was able to make out that he made a total gross. By the way, Malik works almost every single day. He rests some days, but it's not defined. It's not like every Friday's rest or Monday's rest. No, nothing like that. So Malik total gross for the month of November is 960,000. 906, that's 40,000 short of a million. He made a total gross after commission, by the way, after commission of 960,000. And then his fuel, he spent fuel of around 320,000. 320,000. That was how much fuel he spent to get 960,000. So we're going to minus the fuel, and that brings his total gross, or rather profit at this point, to 640,000. His profit for the month of November is 640,000, or rather I should call it net, not profit yet. But like I said before, Malik does rental. He rents the vehicle, so he delivers money back to his principal, and he delivers 50,000 every week, every Sunday to be precise. Every Sunday he delivers 50,000. Now, since there were 5 Sundays in the month of November, he delivered 50,000. That means 250,000 he delivered back to his principal, back to the owner of the vehicle, back to the person he took the vehicle from. So that left him with around 390,000. Still very good. However, when it comes to repairs, apparently Malik does all the repairs. There is no sharing formula here wherein he does part of it and then his principal does some part, or the car owner does some part. No, he does all of the repairs. He said on repairs he spent around 80K. Me myself, I was like, that's a lot to spend on repairs. But as you can imagine, the more you drive your car, the more it needs repairs. So I believe that's what happened here, or the car is just really, really worn out. It doesn't matter. But he spent 80,000 on repairs in the month of November alone. Okay. So if you subtract that from the original net, that brings his absolute profit to 310,000. Wow. Anyway, he said, I just noted this down because, again, it's not my number, I can't insist. He said his profit was around 400. So according to my own calculation and based on the information he gave me, I landed at 310, but he said, no, I have 400,000 in profit. So there were probably other means or other things that he forgot to mention, or maybe some numbers are not as exact. But I was just helping him do all the calculations, and then I landed at 310,000. Still very, very good. So for Malik now, who works a lot of days and he delivers money, he's still able to account for up to 300,000 in pure profit. Pure profit. This is not, I still have to repair my car, I still have to pay commission, I still have to buy fuel. None of that. Pure profit. His take home was 310. So that's what we have for the month of November. It was an exciting month. December is already very off to a very good start, if I do say so myself. So I'll be seeing you by January, and then we'll talk about it while saying Happy New Year. Still watch out for Church's video. Before the weekend, you're going to get that. He's going to tell you about his own numbers himself. Okay? Exciting stuff. All right. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.